I want to quickly talk to you about Quill versus HD Supply versus Amazon. Of course, we are speaking about Net 30 account, so I want to quickly do a compare and contrast of those three Net 30 vendors to really kind of help you know which one you should go for, which one can help you actually build business credit real fast, okay? So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. I'm going to first start with Quill Net 30 account. So when you think about Quill, I want you to think essentially about office furniture, office equipment, and office tech. Okay, so those are basically those constitute the largest assortment of products that you can have from Quill. But you can also have a small office supply, so you can have like a small assortment of those products, like things like block notes or printers or what have you. So this is important. Okay, so when you think about Quill Net 30 account, I want you to think about this sort of affordability, this sort of scalability. That's for sure. But I want you to also think about speed of approval. So Quill will approve your application real fast. They don't have actually a minimum purchase amount that you have to actually abide by. So this is kind of cool. So if you buy 10 bucks, they will report your transaction to the credit bureau. If you buy $1,000, the same thing. So that's kind of cool, because see, the thing is that some Net 30 vendors, they will want you to, that they will set minimum for you to buy for them to actually report your transactional history to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian business. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And with Quill's Net 30 account, you are able to get approved fast. And but the only thing I want you to really remember is that, and this could be a bummer for some people, Quill only reports to one credit bureau. I mean, you have other players who will report your data to all the three business credit bureaus, but Quill only does one. So they will report your transactional history to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so Dun & Bradstreet, but hey, listen, it's still good anyway, because you are basically, Dun & Bradstreet is the biggest business credit bureau. So having an account with them is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And also Quill can approve you for a Net 30, Net 45, Net 60, and also up to a Net 90 account if you have the right transactional history with them. So the thing is, when you think about Quill, I want you to remember that their Net 30 account is accessible. So if you're a small business, if you're a startup, if you are a micro business, if you are a mid-sized business, you can qualify for Quill, not a problem. Now, the only thing is, Quill wants you to be a business. You can be a single member LLC. Quill will work with you, not a problem. But if you are a sole proprietorship, Quill is not going to report your data to the business credit bureaus. I mean, they can't do it anyway, because if you got to really set up as a business. You got to have an EIN, all that kind of stuff. So Quill will ask you to either be an LLC, an S corporation, C corporation, LP, or have you. So you got to have a business, okay? And you also have to make sure that you talk to Quill customer service and tell them a little bit about your goals, what kind of amount you plan on buying from them. Like, have a preliminary conversation, and during that conversation, you will tell them your EIN, you'll tell them your DUNS number, your Dun & Bradstreet's number, your DUNS number, because you got to have a DUNS number, okay? And so that's really what it is. But one thing I want to say is that Quill actually has they introduced recently, around COVID, like where everybody was home, they introduced a rewards program. So that's really good. The rewards program is kind of cool because it gives you access to tiers of benefits. So the rewards program has 3 tiers. You have the rewards tier, the rewards plus tier, and you have the preferred tier. The rewards tier is free. So with that, you get free shipping on orders $25 and up, and you earn 1 point for every dollar you spend. So that's good. For the rewards plus, you have to pay $100 a year, but once you pay that, you enjoy free shipping on all orders, a 5% additional discount on all purchases. You have 1.1x points on it for every dollar spent, an exclusive offer. So that's kind of cool because it gives you a lot of flexibility, really, when you think about it. And you have the preferred rewards tier, and that's for larger businesses, or even if you're a small business but you have a large transactional volume with Quill, you can qualify for the preferred rewards tier, and that's fine. But overall, fantastic net 30 vendor. But just remember, they only report to Dun & Bradstreet. They do not report to Experian Business or Equifax Business. So if that's important for you, if you really care about those other two business credit bureaus, it's just better to go for another player. Don't go for Quill. I want to talk to you now about HD Supply. So this is the second vendor I want to share with you. So when you think about HD Supply, I want you to think primarily about industrial supplies, logistical supplies, operational supplies, and a little bit of office supplies. Okay, so let's say HD Supply is just the opposite, or just the it's a little different from Quill. Okay, but the cool thing about HD Supply is that they're fast. They're fast too. They will approve you real fast, but the only thing is their Net 30 vendor approval program is a little stricter than that of Quill. In other words, HD Supply wants you to be in business for 60 days before you can qualify. Of course, you have to be a business, a normally formed business, okay, a legit business. So if you are a brand new startup, you can't qualify for HD Supply, okay. But HD Supply from a product assortment point of view is broader, is deeper than Quill. For instance, you have an extensive product range. So you are speaking about appliances, cabinets, countertops, linens. You have plumbing products. You can purchase also through HD Supply electronics, furniture and decor, and guest products. So this is kind of cool. So that's really important to think about. Okay, if you have a business, you have and you have many needs, HD Supply can be your all-in-one shopping center. Because when you think about it, when you think about the assortment of product that they have, and by the way, they also have custom products. So from bifold doors to bypass doors, as well as rekeying services, bathroom vanities, window screens, and custom paint. Other services include renovations, financing, online solutions like e-procurement, online payment services, and many more. So you have a larger player, and HD Supply has been in business for many years now. So they'll work with you, and you can see on the screen the application for a Net 30 vendor account is pretty straightforward. You just provide your business name, your business physical and email address, your contact numbers, including fax and phone, your requested credit limit or equivalent to your anticipated monthly spend, owner and management details, your name, job title, and other information, your bank account name, type, and number, specific purchasing instructions, and that's pretty much it. So once you actually upload everything to HD Supply, by the way, don't forget to upload also your tax exemption. So basically, you have to really, and also your credit sheets. So this is kind of cool because you want to specify where HD Supply will send invoices, whether via fax, email, or another option. And once completed, you can submit your application and wait for the response. They usually respond to you within 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours. And so once you're in, you have access to a large, a very wide product range, a very wide, let's say, top quality when it comes to products. That's really good. Okay. And I told you a little earlier about the products. That's really fantastic. And one thing I want to say also is that HD Supply actually will work with you in terms of shipping your products real fast. As a matter of fact, they have a next day delivery process. They also have a free and flexible financing, way beyond the Net 30 sort of model. Okay, so that's really good. Now, one thing for sure, you have to remember that with HD Supply, there is no minimum order. Okay, this benefit only applies to you, to your very first order. If you are going to if you're going to shop with them over a long run, they might start asking you actually to place at least $10 or $20 or $50, because see, the whole thing is, if they have to include shipping, they have to justify the shipment. Okay, so you can't order for $1 and for them to go through the shipment process, because sometimes they will absorb the shipment on your behalf, like they will ship stuff to you for free. Okay, and so think about it. You are able to HD Supply has been around for more than 50 years. Can you imagine that? They actually started in 1974. So they really have a proven track record to really serve their clients pretty fast. Just make sure that you pay within 30 days, you pay within whatever terms they give you. And HD Supply, kind of similar to Quill, only reports to Dun and Bradstreet. No Experian business, no Equifax business, only Duns and Bradstreet. I want to talk to you now about the third player, Amazon. So I want to talk about Amazon Net 30 account. So Amazon Net 30 account is called Amazon Pay by Invoice. That's how they call it. Okay. So, but it's essentially a Net 30 account. Okay. And so, but the thing is, when you talk about Amazon, you have a larger, way larger sort of product assortment. You have everything. I mean, with Amazon, you don't have to focus on saying, you know what, I'm only buying, let's say, office supplies, or I'm buying tech supplies or plumbing or whatever. You get everything that you want. Okay. So Amazon now, the only thing is Amazon does not report to the credit bureaus. They don't. So if your goal is to actually build business credit, don't go with Amazon. Amazon gives you a lot of options, a lot of discounted options, a lot of fast options for shipment and delivery. That's for sure. But Amazon does not actually report to a Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. So you can't really build business credit through Amazon. And so there is no mandatory application or subscription fees. So nothing to pay. Okay, you can upgrade to extend payment term. In other words, they will start you at net 30 terms, but they can increase it to a net 45, net 60, net 90. And there have been actually cases where, but pretty rare though, there have been cases where Amazon accepted to a net 180 term. So in other words, you pay stuff 6 months after actually receiving it. So it is totally possible, okay. But the thing is that you remember that Amazon has to look at your transactional history and see the amount of the volume of orders that you are getting from them, okay. So basically, one thing I want to say here is that Amazon Net 30 account is only useful for extending your repayment term. In other words, you're managing your cash inflows and cash outflows, okay. And also, what I want to say is that Amazon actually it has a pretty straightforward process when it comes to your Net 30 account. You are able to get approved real fast, but again, if and the program is called Pay by Invoice. So Amazon's Pay by Invoice. So what I want to say here is that when you think about if your goal is to actually build a relationship with Amazon, maybe you want to think about having an Amazon Business Prime membership. I have just covered this on another video, but the thing is that the Amazon Business Prime membership can really help you, because it can help you unlock other benefits, including making you eligible for additional rewards and longer repayment terms with the Amazon Business Prime American Express card, okay? And so this is kind of cool, and because let me just break it down for you. If you qualify for the Amazon Business Card, you can choose between 5% cashback and up to 90 days of interest-free financing. Notably, Amazon's business credit cards does report to Dun & Bradstreet, unlike the Pay by Invoice account. So if your goal to have some kind of transactional history being reported from Amazon, maybe the best option is the Amazon Business Prime American Express card, okay? But bottom line is, when you think about Amazon, I want you to think about what? Variety. So you can shop a uniquely diverse catalog, right? You're talking about millions upon millions of SKUs. You are also able to get approved fast, and most importantly, you have to also make sure. Oh, I should have said that you have to be a legit business, a normally formed business, because you have to really first be an Amazon business customer, and to have that membership, to have that sort of title, you got to really show things like EIN, so your employer identification number. You have to show your banking references, so your business checking account, okay, and you also have to show Amazon like more information about the company itself. In some cases, if you are going to buy a lot more from Amazon, they will ask you some background details about the owner of the business, including the owner's first name, last name, and personal residence. Okay, so this is really those are cases where Amazon wants to dig a little deeper to make sure that they are actually talking to the right person, quote unquote, the right person. So this is what it is. So what's the choice here? Quill versus HD Supply versus Amazon. Which one should you go for this year? Well, it really depends. Before I tell you which one you should go for this year, I want to quickly talk to you about what you should really think about when choosing a Net 30 vendor, okay? And it's one of those things where when you are choosing a Net 30 vendor, of course, you want to build business credit, but you also want to forge a business relationship that could really be beneficial to you in the future. I mean, if you have the right the right setup from the get-go, you can enjoy, let's say, discounted prices. You can enjoy an extended repayment sort of window. Instead of 30 days, the company can actually approve you for 90 days or 120 days. Everything is possible. So you always want to, if you want to choose a Net 30 vendor, I want you to consider the goods and services, the type that they are offering. Are they offering office supplies? Are they offering plumbing? Are they offering kitchen supply? Whatever supply, what kind of supplies are they offering? That's important because you don't want, the last thing you want is to actually buy stuff you don't need simply because you want to build business credit. Make sure the vendor offers high quality products or services and has a good reputation, because reputation is important. Reputation in terms of customer service, reputation in terms of quality of the products, reputation in terms of the speed of delivery. Think about the terms and conditions also. I mean, I'm speaking here about any fees, interest rates, and credit limits. That will let you know whether or not this Net 30 account is actually for you. It really fits your specific business and the niche you're in. Customer service, I mentioned this before. Okay, you want to make sure that you have a responsive, you have a reliable, and you have a fast customer service team. Think about the credit reporting. So you want to have a Net 30 vendor to actually report your data to all the 3 business bureaus, if possible, all the 3 business credit bureaus, if possible. Okay, if not, you want to go with the first one, Dun & Bradstreet. You want Dun & Bradstreet to report your data to at least Dun & Bradstreet, so you can increase your paydesk score and really move it past 80 and moving it closer to 100. Okay, so ideally, you want the vendor to report your data to Experian Business, to Equifax Business, and Dun & Bradstreet, but and also SBFE. But if for any reason they don't have it, they can't do it for you, then yeah, it's just better to go with one. And also think about the application process. So before you choose, let's say a Net 30 vendor, think about the application process. How streamlined that application process really is. So here's a selection: Quill versus HD Supply versus Amazon. Which one should you go for? The choice is pretty simple. Go with HD Supply. Okay, HD Supply is the best for building business credit. If you go with Amazon, you might have a large array of products. You might have a large catalog of products, but you are not going to build business credit, at least that way. If you go with Quill, Quill is fine, but Quill is limited into if you were to compare and contrast Quill and HD Supply from a product assortment point of view, Quill has a lower assortment. So here's a closure here into this conversation. I spoke to you about Quill versus HD Supply versus Amazon. I give you the review, the choice, the selection, and now the closure. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.